Buongiorno everyone, and welcome to another lineup prediction here on the Magpie Channel TV. And if you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Smash that button. Brucey's press conference just wrapped up there. Coming at you pretty quick this week. There wasn't really a lot said, to be honest. It was just bullshit about his job and if he thinks he's going to get sacked and what it takes to be a manager and about how shit Ollie is and all. Like, not really a lot. On the injury front, it's pretty good, to be honest. He said basically everyone's near enough fit. So that's good news for a change. He said Lejeune's back in training, working towards his return. So Maximin's fit, so he should be not a problem, which is great to hear. Dwight Gale's been back in training this week. I think it's just been light training though. He'll make a decision in the next couple of days. Obviously the game's on Sunday, whether Gale will be involved in some way. And that's about it. He put a bit of praise on Matthew Longstaff, because no doubt we'll see him a little bit with Shelvey still being injured. He was still going to be out for another week or so. We've got a break next week. It's the international break. So this is going to be our last game for 2 weeks now. So Shelvey should be back then, as well as maybe Gale, Lejeune, Richie. We should have a few back by the Chelsea game. Hayden's suspended, obviously, after the Leicester game. So we're pretty short on centre mid. So yeah, Matty Longstaff will no doubt have a little bit of a spot there. I said... fucking Leicester game. I'm going to have to address the Leicester game. I said in the video last week, me lineup prediction for the Leicester game, I want to see a change in formation. Because the week before was Brighton, and that was piss poor. But didn't want to see 5 at the back against teams like Brighton. But I did say I do want to change. But when the next 3 games are Leicester away, Man United and Chelsea, not yet. Like, we can't open up teams like that. Like, my squad's just not good enough. But Brucey must have been brave. He must have woke up feeling brave and goes, actually, now I'm going to get him 4 at the back. I'm going to get him for the old Mike Bassett 4-4-2. Didn't know what that was about, but obviously it didn't fucking work, did it? We got smashed. So I want to revert back to 5 at the back this week. It's Man United. I mean, I know Man United's been shit lately. I think this is going to be the best time in, like, forever to play Man United, really. Especially looking at some of that stats. They haven't won an away game in 10 games. I seen them play AZ Alkmaar last night in the Europa League. Fuck me, they were shit. Just a bunch of young'uns and all, and now they've changed the squad a little bit. But Ollie came out after the press conference and he says he was happy with it. It's like, are you mad? You were happy with that performance? Really? Fucking hell, I think they've got bigger problems than what Newcastle do, and that's saying something. So I'm a little bit optimistic going into this game. Especially off the back of the Leicester game. We've seen this happen before. Usually when a team gets smashed and embarrassed, they come out fighting the week afterwards. We've seen we did it when we got beat off Norwich. We came out the week afterwards and beat Tottenham away. Man City, they got beat off Norwich. Then the next game, they went and won 8-0. So I think Newcastle have to come out and try and get a result. I think a draw will be a fair result. I've got bets on both 0-0 and 1-1, to be honest, because neither team can really score any more than 1 goal. So there's not going to be a great lot of goals in it. I think 0-0 is more realistic. 1-1 possibly, if we can get a goal. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter, like Man United fans are like, oh, I think we're going to get beat off Newcastle. Newcastle fans are laughing at them going, oh, mate, we're shit. Aye, so are they. Their away record's abysmal, and even their fans say we can't score any more than 1 goal. Rashford's shocking. They've got a load of injuries. I think Martial's out. Lingard limped off last night. So they could be there for the taking. Like, I honestly don't think we'll get beat, because we usually do well against the top teams, like Tottenham, like Man United, like Chelsea. It's the people like Leicester and Brighton and Watford and people like that we need to be careful of. When we expect to get beat off a big team, we usually do alright. And especially on the way Man United's going at the minute. Bury FC have won an away game more recently than what Man United have. And they've fucking folded. They're not even a club anymore. So we've got to take this game to them. We've got to open up. But anyway, like I said, we need to revert back to the old formation, because that last week was shit show. And if people like Rashford and them do turn up, then we'll just get carved open. So yeah, I'm going to go with the old 5-2, what was it, like a 5-2-3 kind of thing. Dubravka can go. I've seen a lot of people, obviously, when Dubravka has a bad game, everyone's like, fuck him, drop him, get Darlow in. But, nah, not for me. Not for me. He could have done better. I think he could have definitely done better on at least 2 of their goals last week. But he's still clear number 1. Like, Darlow's not a number 1 Premier League goalkeeper. Nah. Dubravka's the main guy. Unless he goes on like a really, really bad run of form, really bad, costly errors, then maybe. But I don't think his errors have really been that costly to deserve dropping him for Karl Darlow. So keeping him with Dubravka, Darlow on the bench. Right wing back. And obviously, I don't know where Brucey's head is with this. He had 2 right backs on the bench last week against Leicester. What's the point in that, man? And I used Yedlin as a winger. Yedlin came on the right wing, which, to be fair, everyone's been saying for the past few years he's a winger, not a full-back. But still, it was a little bit weird to see that Yedlin playing in front of who was it? Was it Manquillo in the end, or Kraft? Fucking one of them, I don't know. But I want to see Yedlin start. I was buzzing to see him back. He's got pace. He can link up with the wingers. And I think he's a much better option than what the other 2 give. In regards to the other 2, I only want to see one of them on the bench, and that one is Javier Manquillo. Because Kraft's shit, man. Just leave him. Just leave him eating fucking meatballs in IKEA or something. Like, there's no point in him being there, man. Like, I've been defending him for a few weeks, like, but nah, he's not good enough, man. Manquillo offers more, and now Yedlin's back. His position's got to be under threat. But that's going with me heart. Like, I did this last week. I went with more predictions using me heart over me head. Me head's telling us that Kraft will be involved in some which way, more than likely start. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the starting 11. But that's Brucey in us. That's fucking Brexit Brucey. But now, for me, I'm going Yedlin starting, Manquillo on the bench, and Kraft stepping in fucking Cotterberg. Back 3, as per Shaw, Lascelles, Dummett. Dummett had a piss poor game last week, but as a left back, I've been saying for fucking years that Paul Dummett isn't a left back, and point proven once again against Leicester. He's a decent centre back. I cannot wait for Lejeune to come back and start threatening some of the players, some of their positions. But nah, he's not ready yet, so Federico Fernandez to take a spot on the bench. I'll rate Fernandez, so he never really puts a foot wrong, but not to get ahead of any of them. Shaw's class. Lascelles, shout out Lascelles, putting people in that place. Captain fantastic, and Dummett. Willems is back. He missed the game last week, which I think forced the change, really. I don't know if Brucey planned to change the formation before Willems' injury, because it was last minute, really. I didn't even know he was out. I said nothing in his presser on last Friday. So it was a bit of a shock to see Willems was injured. I think because Richie's out and all, Dummett was the only really left-sided player, so that might have sparked the change in formation. I don't know, but nothing's been said any more about Willems, so I'm fully expecting to see him there. In the midfield, I've touched on this. We haven't really got a lot of options. My best centre mid going into this game is Sean Longstaff, so he's going to slide right in there. Alongside, for me, Key. He's probably one of the most experienced players in the whole squad. He came on for about 20 minutes or so against, it was Brighton, and he was class, and he gets a lot of stick. He's very hit and miss. Like, you didn't really know what you're going to get with Key, a bit like Shelby. You didn't know which one's going to turn up, but against Brighton, I thought he was a bright spark. It was a good change. And with his experience, I'd rather see him there than Matty. I've been saying for a few weeks. He's only 19. He'll get his chance. He will. Brucey filled him with praise in the press I'd just gone. He said he's been in him with a chance since the day I walked through the door, which is great to hear. And he says he comes into question. So that basically means, well, he obviously comes into question because, like I say, we've only got 3 of them. One of them's got to get on the bench. So that's more than likely what's going to happen for me. I'd love to see him for at least 20 minutes. Matty Longstaff, cracking young player, deserves his chance, but obviously we don't want to rush him in. At times like this where you've got injuries to Shelby and suspensions to Hayden, where he's going to get his chance, but obviously like just ease him in, don't force it. Up top, gotta see Sir Maximin, man. If he doesn't start, I'm going to be pissed off, man. He's fit. Brucey's just said he's fit, so there's no excuses. He's quite clearly our best option. He's the only one who's actually got a bit of spark about him. He's the most creative, most effective player when he gets going. He's pace and it's everything, man. Obviously, I know most people would have seen the video of him midweek, dusting through the defence. Granted, it was Newcastle's defence, which is a bit shit. But still, like, he's just determined. And people are saying, like, but look at the defence, man, they were shit. But, like, so if they weren't putting an effort in, why is everyone else going to put an effort in? Like, no one might as well put an effort in if some of them aren't. But Sam Maximin was like, nah, fuck this. I'm going to drill past all these and show you up. Fucking challenges, come and tackle us. He's paced the way he got forward and even finished us. Like, he could have skied it out of the bar and it still would have looked good. Like, he's pacing that. But now he got the tidy finish. So he's got to be there. I'll give Almiron a start as well. I think he deserves another chance. I've been saying this for about 3 weeks now. I'll put Atsu on the bench, although I'm just saying because it's Man United. Like, I think he's more creative and he hasn't got any end product. But nah, for me, Almiron's got to be there. And Atsu is a great option to come off the bench if he is playing dog shit. Atsu hasn't really done anything wrong. He doesn't really deserve to be dropped. But Sir Maximin deserves to come in. So that's why I'm going to make that change there. Up top, Joelinton. Joelinton start. Muto on the bench as well as Carroll. I know Gale's... he said Bruce is going to make a decision on him in the next couple of days, but it's still early doors. He might get a spot there. He might get it on the bench, Dwight Gale, but there's no point rushing him in. I'd rather see him there than Muto, to be honest. Going forward, I think he's a better player. He knows where the net is. He knows how to score goals much better than Muto is. Like Muto's another one where we think we should give him a chance. Like he doesn't play that bad, but really he is, man. He's fucking shit. Gale's a much better player for me. I think if Muto was in the Championship, he'd get 10 to 15 goals, whereas Dwight Gale can quite comfortably get 20 to 25. And that's the difference. Dwight Gale's done it in the Premier League over the years. Muto, I don't even know how he's got. I think he's only got one Premier League goal, and that was against Man United last season away. So that'll be my team. Carroll, just to see 10, 20 minutes of. He played like half an hour last week. I don't even know why, because what was the point in that? Like for like change up front. Joelinton wasn't getting the ball up top, so why would Andy Carroll? So I want to stick with this formation and change it up in a couple of weeks' time. Like we've got the international break coming up, and then Chelsea the week after. So after that, we've got an opportunity. We've got Wolves at home. Wolves have started pretty poorly this season, so there's an opportunity there. Then we've got West Ham away. Then it's the 2 games afterwards. Bournemouth at home and Aston Villa away. If we're playing 5 at the back for all 4 of them, particularly the last 2, Bournemouth and Villa, honestly, man, it's a fucking joke. And I have people saying about Brucey out, but it's Mike Ashley at the end of the day, man. Well, I knew Brucey wasn't good enough, but that's just what it is. So that's my team. I'd be more than happy to see that. Couple of changes, maybe. Atsu, possibly instead of Almiron. Dwight Gale instead of Muto. And Bon Crafty's going to be in there somewhere, unfortunately. And yeah, and a substitute for Matty Longstaff. I'd like to see him get at least 20 minutes. So that's my team. Let me know what you think. I was asking people to let me see your lineups, what you would put in. More of a alternative squad, like a concept squad, where I want to see some like formation changes and a few players coming in. Like the first one I posted, like Carroll and Gale up top. Like that's the kind of stuff I'm hoping for. Like that's the kind of things I want to see for you to get in here. Last week, I didn't really see many of them. Most of what I've seen was just same formations, a couple of changes here and there, but nothing really concepts, nothing outside the box. I think the best ones I really seen was like a 4-3-3, whereas like the two outside centre mids were like wingers like Atsu and Almiron, and then we're like Sam Maximin and people up top. But that's not really the kind of creative thing I was looking for. So no one's getting a spot this week. Try again. Let me know. Be a bit more creative. Think a bit more outside the box and impress us. That's what I want to see. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV, and enjoy yourself.